Personal growth is a process of seeking. Seek and ye shall find. You know, I lived in the 60s and everyone was going out to find themselves out there somewhere, seeking them to find themselves. You know, think about the hippies in the little Volkswagen bus, and they went out to find themselves. When it's not out there, it's in here. The process of finding yourself is an inside job. And you have to seek. And you have to seek the techniques or the coping skills or the things that work for you. What works for someone else may not work for you. What has worked for me in my journey may not work for you. But you have to try different things. And you have to seek those out. When you seek out a coping skill and you try it and it doesn't fit, don't give up. Just move to the next one. There's so many different coping skills. If you, like an example, if you have anxiety and you know the coping skills are, you can do meditation, visualization, grounding techniques, vagus nerve relaxation. All of those things help with anxiety. Tapping, humming, and you have to try different things because something will work. You know, I've tried for years to interrupt thoughts, you know, get obsessive thoughts. I'd wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and all of a sudden, you know, I am worrying about stuff that I have no control over, but I got to worry about it because I guess that gives me a sense of control. And I tried thought interruption, prayer, reciting, you know, the 12 steps, reciting the serenity prayer, all of that stuff. And they would slow it down, but I just still had trouble breaking that pattern. And I know that I ran across this method it's by Mel Robbins. It's called the 5-second rule. And she counts backwards and uses it to motivate. Well, I tried it as a thought interrupter. And that's worked for me. I have been able to interrupt some, you know, obsessive thinking by doing that. But I had to keep trying until I found something that worked. Now, sometimes you'll run across something that'll really, really work, and then next year it doesn't, or one day it will, and the next it won't. So, you know, it's kind of like you have to have a toolbox of all these different coping skills, and to pull one out, and to try different things, and to use those. It's all a matter of practice, of practicing what will get you out of that negative mindset or the dumps or, you know, overwhelm, or there's so many things. We're humans, life happens, and it's just part of personal growth, though, is learning like an emotional mastery to not let your emotions run your life. And that can be a big process. It was for me because I didn't even know what I was feeling. I had to learn my emotions. So the main thing I want to leave you with here is to learn what works for you. Sometimes I have to go all the way back to the basics of what worked 30 years ago for me, you know, and then, you know, I can try that. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll try something else. Personal growth is not a tidy package. It's kind of like a roller coaster. And part of my recovery has been like I've been on the shock wave at Six Flags over Texas. It has those loops in it. So I just wanted to kind of hop on here and just give you a few of my thoughts. I'm in this transition period, seems like, which is part of growing in life and inner work and shadow work and getting to self-actualization. It's not like we just arrive someday. It's a journey of life, because life happens. Things change. People don't do what we expect them to. We get hurt. We have grief. And there's so many things that we can do to keep our inner peace and to continue to be yourself in any situation, to just be you. And that's a full-time job for me. I don't want to wear a mask anymore, and I don't want to act like I'm fine. Even though my hair's on fire, I'm still saying I'm fine. I don't do that anymore. And there's some freedom in just being who I am at any given moment. And I hope you get something out of this today. If you like what I share here, if you like my channel's about how to develop a better relationship with yourself and to be authentically you. Hit the like button. Share this with somebody you think might need to hear it. And remember to be you on purpose.